Hello Gemini friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Gemini August 2021 Astrology Must Knows. Definitely go to anniehelpsyou.com to see the long list of free goodies that I have for you and the work that I do for you each month to help you make the most of your starry opportunities. And if you'd love to be a professional astrologer, I can teach you how to do that. Or if you'd love to just learn astrology in deeper ways to help yourself and your family and friends, you will love my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery course, which you can see at lumelife.com, L-U-M-E-life.com. Okay, so what's going on this month? We've got lots of things to celebrate. We've got other things to watch out for. I'm going to give you my full must-know list. 2 ways to make the most of this video. One is to know that this is for you, whether Gemini is your sun sign or your moon or your rising or Venus or Mars or Mercury. We have so many different layers of our astrological experience because people are complex and life is complex, and it's not just as simple as what goes on with our sun sign, although that is one facet of our experience. So this is for you for any of those Gemini placements. Also, if you're a late degree Gemini, especially the more later late degree Geminis, so like birthdays from around June 16th through the rest of the sign, or if your degrees are like 24 to 29 degrees, I highly recommend you additionally watch my Cancer videos. Gemini and Cancer videos will each have pieces of your astrological truth, and you may also want to extend that out to other astrologers that you watch. Watching those two might give you more insights and have more resonance with you as a late degree person. Okay, so what's going on? The first major must know is that we are right smack in the middle of this beautiful flow of open stars, as I call them, that started around July 7th and goes until around September 7th. This is a time when we're free from Mercury, Venus, or Mars retrogrades. Just to give you an example of what retrogrades are like, last year, 2020, we had Venus, Mars, multiple Mercury retrogrades, and it was really backwards, right? Inward and backwards. This year, we don't have Venus and Mars to deal with yet, but Mercury was in retrograde at the second half of May and all of June, and you can see what went on there. Confusion, inward movement, plans dissolving, not being able to plan 2 steps ahead, everything being on hold. That's the energy of a retrograde, and that's the energy that we don't have in the personal planets in the month of August, which means it's active time for forward movement, making plans, being able to see more than 2 steps ahead of you, and having clarity about what you're going to do and the oomph and resources to do it. So this makes August a fantastic month for large purchases, big agreements, contracts, engagements, weddings, parties, plans for traveling, also for anything that requires clarity or oomph on any level. Launches of business launches, new jobs, things like that are all very well supported at this time. A couple of other things making these stars really open and light. One is that the heaviness of the Saturn-Uranus square and other outer planet clashes are more in the backdrop at this time. You can search for Annie Botticelli's Saturn square Uranus to understand one of the major themes of this year. But it's more in the backdrop in August, not front and center like it has been in recent times. So that's adding to the celebration this month. Also, we are out of the eclipse season. May, June, and July, even though July didn't have an official eclipse, we had afterquakes and after energy from the May and June eclipses. And we're out of that in August now. So all of the big life-changing things that were going to happen from the eclipses have happened already. And now it's more of a time of integration and working in our new normal from those major life changes. And Geminis were top on the list of major changes because our eclipses are in a Gemini-Sagittarius polarity. So of the people in the zodiac, people with Gemini and Sagittarius placements, myself included, have had to say goodbyes that we might not have wanted to say. We might have been able to say goodbye to things we did want to end, but intense nonetheless, nerve jangling nonetheless, and dizzying even from the super positive changes because there's just so much going on, so much movement, so much activity, so much change. And August is now a time where it's a little bit more of a natural flow and a little bit more normalcy coming after those changes took place. Okay, so let's see. Yes, okay, so another major must know is that Uranus has a series of trines. Okay, so let's break this down to understand it better. A trine is the most favorable aspect in all of astrology. Uranus is the planet of surprises, sudden insights, jolts, like lightning bolt jolts, things that come out of the blue. And so when the most favorable aspect of all of astrology combines with that energy, it can often bring happy surprises, groundbreaking ideas, sudden insights, and things that come out of the blue for the better. And this can be things that you were working on that finally come to fruition, or it can just be something completely seemingly random that comes in and is amazing. So throughout the whole month, we've got 3 of them. In early September, we have a 4th trine. I'm going to give you the dates of these, but know that the days around these dates can also have manifestations of the happy surprises from Uranus, because the energies are not isolated to just the days that they happen. There's an orb of energy in either direction. And also know that if you want a complete list of all of the sweet and salty aspects of the month, what they are, what you can expect from them delivered to your inbox 1 month early, then definitely sign up for my free email newsletter at anniehelpsyou.com. Okay, so the first Uranus aspect is a trine with Venus on August 2nd and 3rd. Very exciting. All of these trines can have something to do with money and self-sufficiency, because Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, which rules money. But this is an extra chance for love and money because of Venus being involved. So the days are on August 2nd and 3rd. Mercury, which rules communication, information, travel. 19th and 20th, that beautiful trine with Uranus. The 21st and 22nd, we've got a trine with Mars, where action, surprise action turns into outcomes. Then in the first week of September, we've got a Sun trine, okay, with Uranus. So just very, very, very active and very exciting. So hopefully those energies will manifest in magical ways for you. Now, of those dates we just mentioned, the 21st time frame is of note for another reason, and that is because we have a blue moon, a full moon in Aquarius that's also a blue moon. A blue moon is a second full moon in a sign or in a calendar month. So we've got a blue moon, and you know that saying, once in a blue moon. That means that more rare things happen at that time. So magical opportunities, rare opportunities, magical transformation. And the fact that it coincides with the Mars-Uranus trine increases the odds that this is going to be super awesome. Okay, sometimes full moons can be a mixed bag, where there's fullness and drama and, you know, things being elucidated that can be difficult. And those things, those possibilities are all present, but the odds that they'll work out well or be blessed in major ways are very much increased. Now, everyone has a chance to benefit from this wonderful blue moon, but air signs are even more blessed because the full moon makes a trine with air signs. So yay, Gemini is on the lucky list there. So let's break down some other aspects of this full moon. We want to look at the sign it's in, we want to look at the house it's in, and we want to look at the degrees to see who's going to feel that most closely. First thing is that everyone in the zodiac can have the fullness, completion, fruition, drama, elucidation occur in the energies of Aquarius, which rules friendships, social circles, social media, internet-based projects, community projects, humanitarian efforts, things for the greater good, technology, futuristic thinking and projects, networking. So that's basically telling us that anything in those areas can come to light in a big way. And if you have aspirations in those areas, this would be a great time to implement any of those things, launches or big plans or movement forward. It also means that anything along those fronts can happen suddenly without you expecting them to. Finding members of your tribe, people that speak your language in a way that makes you feel understood, it makes you feel like you're part of something greater. All of these things can activate at this time. Also, a key contact can have information or a key piece for you for something else that you're working on. So you might want to say yes to somebody wanting to connect you with somebody else, or say yes to that networking meeting, whether it's online or in person or wherever it works. Other people hold big keys for you now. All right, so the second piece we want to talk about here is must know, is that this is going to happen for all Gemini placements in the 9th house. So all early, middle, and late degree placements, sometimes moon aspects can be in different houses for different parts of the placement, but since it's a late degree placement, it's going to show up in the 9th house for all of you. So what that means is that there is some element, and this is a short-term story that's being accentuated now, but this is a long-term story because Jupiter has been accentuating this 9th house. So the whole year of 2021, and then concentrated extra energy in August, you have your 9th house accentuated. So the types of things you might see notably around this time have to do with publishing, speaking, writing, anything having to do with education, teaching, learning, you getting into a perfect school program, or you being a teacher, or stepping into that role or expanding your teaching work. Anything having to do with international business or travel, get your passport ready, because a lot of people are going to have sudden international trips. Things might start to open in a bigger way to the place in the world that you want to go to. We see there's a lot of different stories of long distance travel going on now for people who are vaccinated, for who aren't vaccinated, for different countries, coming from different countries, going to different countries. There are different storylines, but the chance for people with Gemini placements to have their long distance and international travel activated at this time is much more likely. So if you've been wanting to do that, then make sure you have all your ducks in a row to be prepared to jump on an opportunity that could come. If you're trying to publish a book or launch something along those lines, this is an amazing launch time. So hopefully you'll have all of your stuff ready and be ready for the opportunities that come. Now, everyone in the zodiac has a chance to benefit from this blue moon. Everyone in the Gemini spectrum has extra blessings from the fact that it's in an air sign. But those of you who are in the very late degree placements, so 24 to 29 degrees, so around June 16th through the rest of the sign, basically the same people who I said watch the videos for Gemini and Cancer, that same group of people have chances for extra kisses. And the closer to 29 degrees you are, the more of a chance for extra kisses from that. The little analogy that I'm using to understand the difference between a general transit going on out there and it linking into something specific in your placements is like, let's say a trine is happening in the outer realms, okay, or in the sky. Then we've got a butterfly out there and you're having a wonderful experience seeing that butterfly, okay? Now, if it lines up with connecting directly into one of your placements, it's like having a butterfly land on you, which is a whole different level of that experience. And so the more these mathematical links from from what's going on out there tie into your personal chart, the more you feel it more personally. So that's why it's good to know your degrees. And if you don't know your degrees, you can run a free birth chart online to get more into this and utilize the resources I make for you in deeper ways. Okay, so we have continued moving of the planets through Leo. This is a fantastic thing for Geminis. Not only does it make that 60-degree angle of giving you ingredients on a counter that you can transform into a great meal, that also means that your writing house and your travel house for short distance and your devices and communication and vehicles and all of that have been accentuated for you July into August. That continues. You can improve your communication with others. You can get more of the things that you want and help other people in your life to be heard more. And this can have major breakthroughs for your joy within your relationship. So that's very exciting. If you have to make a purchase or been wanting to make a purchase of a new device or a car or a vehicle of any kind, a bike, this is a fantastic month for that. There's lots of support and you will find yourself traveling locally. Even if that long distance travel isn't activated, you'll be more busy running around doing things and talking to people. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, so remember about these aspects. The 60-degree angle means that you might have to do something with an opportunity that comes. So like, let's say someone says, oh, I can help you to get a car. If you actually say yes to that offer, you can activate this angle into an actualization of an event. Okay, so the energies that happen with Leo and Gemini mean that opportunities come, but if you don't do something with the opportunities, they don't turn into something, and it's just sort of swirling around you as possibility. And while Geminis do like to have options, and sometimes don't like to exercise options because that means certain other options go away, don't let opportunities pass you by this month, because there's a chance for not only short-term gains, but also long-term gains. As the energies start to crowd into Virgo, this accentuates your home and family sector. And those Uranus trines are going to feature your home and family sector. So things involving housing, houses, real estates, your family ancestry, your lineage, just, your home and family relationships, period. Surprises might be coming there and they could be very happy. And either way, you are looking at your house and housing. Now, hopefully this is going to be super positive, but because the energies in Virgo can have a critical eye, you might be really looking at your home and family in a critical way, like with criticism. And so, and with the Leo energies, tempers and egos can flare. So just know that there could be some conflicts, but there's plenty of opportunity to break through long-standing issues at this time. And if you're looking for a perfect house or want to sell a house or buy a house or find a perfect home to rent or bring your business home, like work from home or stay working from home or start a business that has anything to do with houses or real estate or working from home, you've got major blessings there. This is also an amazing time for home expansion, home projects of small and big nature, anything having to do with reorganizing systems in your house, clearing clutter, anything like that. This is a really great time. And your powers of concentration are going to be stronger. Geminis, unless you have other placements that supersede this, have a difficult time focusing sometimes because you're all over the place and thinking and doing a lot of things. But the Virgo energies can definitely help you to get really focused on your list of things to do, home repairs that have had to be done. This is a fantastic time to take care of all of that type of stuff. Okay, so we have another must know is that we have more salty aspects than sweet ones this month, but the types of aspects they are ones that come and go pretty quickly. So you'll have nuisance, awkwardness, little interruptions to progress, grouchy or judgmental people, just you could choose to be happy anyway. These things are going to pass quickly unless they're tying in, like we talked about with that butterfly, unless there's some difficult aspect that's tying in, like let's say a bee that's out there and then you have a difficult aspect and it comes into your chart and stings you, that can happen for better or worse with good aspects and challenging aspects. But unless you have a superseding difficult aspect, these things that arise this month should pass pretty quickly. Okay, so the last topic I want to talk about, must know, has to do with Jupiter. Jupiter's still in retrograde, so certain things that were blazing forward in the earlier part of the year might have started to stall mid-year. And if that's happening, it could be because Jupiter's in retrograde. Jupiter has not forgotten you. Things with immigration and, travel and publishing, the same kind of things we talked about being accentuated. If things are not starting to roll at this time, then by October, there's a very good chance they will be in those departments or any other areas that stalled out. Now, the fact that Jupiter has gotten back into Aquarius and will be in Aquarius for most of the rest of the year is also very good news for Geminis because, again, this is an air aspect that's making the most favorable aspect in all of astrology with your sign. So, first of all, must know, watch my Jupiter in Aquarius for Gemini video. This will give you all of the dates of the kisses that every single Gemini, no matter what your Gemini placement is, your moon, sun, whatever it is, the dates of your kisses from Jupiter for the whole year of 2021 and what you can expect as Jupiter moves through the 9th house, because that's still going to be the storyline for the rest of the year. So look for Jupiter in Aquarius for Gemini. Annie Botticelli, either search for it organically or look on my home page on YouTube for the details about those kisses. But I can tell you, if you are June 13th through the rest of the sign or 22 degrees through the rest of the sign, you are going to have your third round of Jupiter kisses between now and towards the end of the year. Jupiter kisses are some of the best ones. If you want even more details about how the current and upcoming astrology may affect you personally and how you can make the most of the opportunities, your first one-hit stop is to go to anniehelpsyou.com. Right there on the front page, you can sign up for my free email newsletter. You will also see a list of all of the other free things that I have for you each month, and you can interface with them through that one organized section. When you sign up for my free email newsletter, you get many wonderful bonuses, including a monthly write-up 1 month ahead delivered into your inbox of all of the notable aspects of the month, what you can expect from them, and the sweet and salty dates, and a general write-up of the points to note as the astrology must-knows. You definitely want to go to lumelife.com, L-U-M-E life.com. That's my school, Luminous Life Multiversity, and check out the free courses that I have there. And I also have paid courses. And if you think I put a lot into my free resources, you should see the depth and complexity of my paid courses. If you would like to be an astrologer as your trade, be a professional astrologer, add astrology to any of your other work offerings, or just do astrology in a deeper way for your friends and family, for your own self-development, then you will love my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery course. This is a mega course that will equip you to do whatever you'd like to do with astrology. So I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.